So quick update here. I've got 273 miles on the new engine. Everything's been running pretty good. One thing I'm a little bit concerned about is the amount of crankcase pressure I have, but I have a theory what it could be. Let me show you I think that might have to do with the EGR delete kit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reinstall the tube over here. Here it is. Reinstall this back on and see if the pressure goes away. I can't remember when that started happening or if it's always been that way. Hit me up in the comments if you have similar crankcase pressure coming out your oil cap with the engine idling like that. I'm more interested if it's always been like that or if that's normal. Anyway, thanks, appreciate it. Today we're going to make a video on reinstalling the EGR system on this 3RZ Toyota Tacoma engine. It's pretty simple install. You have a blank off plate here. I've already taken one bolt off, but those are studs with nuts on them, but they're 13 millimeters because it's a LCE performance kit, and they, for whatever reason, chose to do 13 millimeter bolts. The other bolts are on the other side, are nuts, and they're factory 12 millimeters blank off plate. So we're gonna do that, get this tube back installed on here. So we're gonna put two new gaskets, one on each side, and then we're gonna slide this thing back in behind there and tighten things up. All right, well, I got everything lined up here. I started with this side over here at the EGR valve. Got those two bolts semi-tightened on there. Got the gasket in between. One of the harder to reach bolts, I don't even know if we can see it from this view. You can't. But it's the one that attaches to the back of the engine block. So I got it in second. We'll try to see if I can get a look at it in a minute. And then I lined these two up. Start with the one on the bottom. Got the gasket and the stud through, and then the one on the top I had to pull up on the EGR pipe a little bit to get it in there. And this was actually the toughest. Wish I could get a good shot. Try to stand on top of the engine here. Get a good shot of this back here, but it's really hard to see. It's that right there under the heater hose pipe. But yeah, it actually wasn't too bad getting it started in there. Of course, fresh new head to screw it into helped. One thing that threw me for a loop is I don't know what I did with the other one, but I took one of the exhaust pipe nuts and I used it to hold on that bracket on the back. When I put it in storage, which took me a minute to be like, hey, I need to take that off so I can put the bolt into the back. Anyway, we're gonna tighten everything up here and then we'll start it up and see if everything works as it should. All right, now that we got all 5 bolts tightened down, or nuts, 4 nuts, 1 bolt, we're gonna go ahead and just fire it up and see everything runs correctly first, and then we'll just see if the pressure on the oil cap has changed any at all. One thing to note, I noticed people are supposed to do with this EGR delete is most people just take the vacuum switching controller and they plug up all 3 of these valves however you want to. And then they just take the whole EGR module off, and they put the blank off plate right here. So all this is gone. I'm not sure it really did any harm leaving all that in place. But anyway, we'll just we'll see if it makes a difference. So far, so good. No check engine lights popped up. I think I got a little bit more low end torque feel back with the EGR put back on, but that might be just a placebo effect. I'll give an update if I see anything noticeable over the next couple hundred miles. But anyway, I think next I'm thinking about putting the catalytic converter back on, just to deal with some of the sound between 1,000 and 3,000 RPM that I don't really like with the straight pipe and just the MagnaFlow muffler on. That's basically what I have in the LCE headers. So anyway, put in the comments anything you recommend or you think I should look at doing. Just trying to get all around easier day-to-day driving, you know, having the catalytic converter on, better for emissions and sound, and then I don't have to deal with potential check engine lights too. So anyway, I get some of that low end torque back too. So we'll see you guys next time. Appreciate it.